Hello, how are you guys doing tonight? I just got to start my stuff, my tablet. How you doing? Hi, Kendra. Hi, Glenda. I know I thought I saw a couple people beforehand, but I wasn't sure how much before. So hold on, let me find. I have my tablet here so I can see chat better. You see me looking this way. I'm looking at my tablet. Oh, here I am. I gotta make sure I turn it down, I'm sure. Oh, it's turned down from yesterday. Oh, hey, Harmony's vlog. Hey, Mama Dearest. Hi, living my best life. How you guys doing tonight? I was just talking to a friend of mine. Her mama's not doing too well. Hi, Revelant Glitz and Glam. Yeah, so please play. My mother and I have a very, very dear friend that's near and dear to her heart. They can't figure out what is wrong. Um, she had COVID a while ago, and if I remember correctly. Anyways, they thought she had pneumonia. Oh, her mom said the doctor said she didn't have pneumonia, but she does have pneumonia, but it's not getting better. They can't figure out exactly what's wrong with her. So they're going to do a biopsy tomorrow and put her on a vent. And she lives in the same state as I do, and her mama lives up in Maine. So she's traveling to hurry up and try to get up there so she can speak to her before they put her on a vent. So everybody, please send lots of prayers and love to her. All right, Chris Love. How you doing? Hey, Catlin. I love that name. How you guys doing tonight? It's when my mom's not here, it always feels like awkwardly silent, almost too quiet. And my house is usually pretty loud, or at least even if it's quiet, there's a TV in the background, but I'm in the back part of the house. So me hearing it silence is very awkward and odd to me. Hi, Joy. How you doing? Hi, Jody. How you doing? Long time no see. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Hi, Nella Bella. Oh, hi, Dino. How are you? I gotta make sure I don't miss anybody in the chat. Hi, Crystal. How are you? See, I didn't see it there, but I seen it here. That's the thing. I swear StreamYard does not show all the names. It happens all the time, so I miss a lot of conversations. So that's why a lot of people have two different devices if they're streaming, so they can make sure they don't miss anything. So I got a tablet that's a little bit bigger so I can see more. The only thing is I got to read it like this, and then I'm not looking at you all. Working like crazy. Where you working, Jody? I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm not able to work right now. Well, I went back to work for a couple months for a temporary job. It's supposed to be a couple weeks, less than a couple of months. But now I'm out of work again, which really, really sucks. But it is what it is. But I'm glad to hear you're working. I keep feeling like I got to sneeze. Hachoo, hachoo. Maybe it'll stop. Rub my nose, something, right? I don't want to sneeze while I'm live. Hachoo. It's probably because I got the fan going. Yeah, I got you on the 95-inch. Oh, BJ's. Girl, you don't have me on BJ's, do you? Mysterious crimes. Good God, I have not known how to get a hold of you. You want a cup? Where the hell is the cup? I put the cup somewhere. Shit, where the hell did I put the cup? Well, you won a frosted glass cup that has the same picture on it as this, but it's frosted glass and it has a tie-dye thing on it. And so, anyways, can you email me, please? My email is running across this bottom of the screen. Hi, Rose Petal. How are you? Hi, Amanda. Oh, you're at work? Oh, good. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I keep telling everybody, if you see Mysterious Crimes, tell her to get a hold of me. So I'm glad you finally came in here. So please email me so I can talk to you. So how is everybody tonight? All right. Thank you, Mysterious Crimes. How is everybody tonight? I'm sore as hell. I am beyond sore. I didn't do a thing all day. And when I'm sore, I'm miserable. sore and miserable. And I think I have a fibro flare up too. So my whole entire body is aching for no reason. I feel like I've exercised my butt off and I've done it, not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Just sore. So I got nothing accomplished. I couldn't even think straight either. Just my head, I just had like brain fog all day. So I ain't nothing. Oh, your sleepy knee is killing you? Or you're sleepy and your knee is killing you? Oh, maybe I could chill out a little bit and sit back some. How's this? I chatted like this tonight. Just, hey, y'all. I wonder, there must be a way for me to put this up more. Hold on. The thing is turning on me when I'm trying to lift it up. I think my big butt's not letting it lift up right now. I got to do it when I'm under the chair. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Rhonda called me acting all kooky and crazy. I'm doing good. Just trying to help understand this huge imbalance. I feel like the universe lately, it's overwhelming. Jody, come tomorrow, honey. I do oracle readings or messages from your spirit guide, and I might be able to help you, give you some guidance. Oh, here's my husband. He's coming in here, cause some trouble tonight. He won't for long because he goes to bed soon. He goes to sleep early. This live probably won't be too long. I only have one little short video, and my mom sent me something about how somebody's viewpoint is that telekinesis might be the next generation. I was on a fence about it if I really believed in it or not, but I'll give you my opinion afterwards. I have like a 5-minute video. It probably won't even be 5 minutes. I have to speed it up, y'all, so I don't get in trouble for copyright. And then we can talk about it. Yeah, definitely come. I'm home now during the day. Most days, except for tomorrow. I got to bring somebody to a doctor's appointment. Your internet turned itself off. Ours does that every once in a while, and that's so frustrating, and it slows everything down. Oh, the quality of my picture is poo. Does it look fuzzy on your end, and does it always? Because when I look at it here, it looks clear as day. Oh, play it back normal. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to see if it's just the quality of how this. Oh, the tablet only lets it have crappy quality. It doesn't even have HD. So that explains why it's a little fuzzy. So let me know if it's fuzzy for you guys. Mildly fuzzy, but not always. It doesn't always look fuzzy, does it? Let me see if I can get it to clear up. Huh. Oh, look at you guys want to see my candle? And then we can start talking. So I made this candle. Actually, I've been burning this all day today and for a few hours yesterday. It has all the chakra colors. There are cubes I put in here and then put paraffin wax over it. So it when it melts down. So right now it's purple inside burning. Oh, thank you. I didn't crochet this one, but I do know how to do it. It's very simple, actually. This has a little flower on it. I've made a few for myself before, and I never know what happened to them. They always disappear. I think I probably leave them. Well, we used to vend at festivals. My mother and I used to vend at festivals all the time, and I'm pretty sure I left them there somewhere. I always leave something behind somewhere. all the time. Oh, I miss them. I miss going to them. My favorite one that we used to go to shut down a couple years ago because the old man died. He used to have this like old style kind of like antique hippie shop. He was on, oh, what show was that? Those people that go around to people's properties and houses and go through their stuff, that collect stuff, like way too much stuff, so they go through all their junk to try to see what's worth. And this guy, well, anyways, that show came there, went there, and he had trailers upon trailers full of stuff that he would collect, and he would sell some in his stores and stuff. Antique Roadshow. Yeah, that's probably what it was. I don't remember exactly. This was a few years ago. But his store had a whole bunch of stuff like that, a whole bunch of hippie stuff. And in the back of his store, he had this huge field, like the size of a fair. And he would every year, well, he had concerts throughout the year, which were really good. And then he have a couple of hippie fest stuff, which was a lot of fun. My favorite things ever. You met the greatest people there. Very cool. I had my very first special cookie there because I let somebody borrow a flashlight. That was years ago. Years ago. Best cookie I've ever had, too. Hey, TR, how are you? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. All right. My husband's right. American Pickers. Oh, see, he remembers. I don't remember. And that's where I learned what mugwort looks like growing wild, which literally grows everywhere. It's very invasive. You're cold. Is it cold where you are? It's cold here. It's cold here. Well, I have the heat on. But this room, I got to have my husband put plastic on the windows. We live in a really old house, and right in the window, you can feel it. It almost feels like it's always cracked open because there's such a draft that comes through. It's old house, old windows. For us to open the windows are really hard. A lot of times they stick, and I have to have my husband do it. They have the windows square. They have these little metal pegs on the side that you have to pull out and then lift up the window. It's hard. Hi, living my best life. How are you doing tonight? How you guys doing? So anyways, tonight I figure we'll talk about a little bit about telekinesis. I don't have a lot on it. It's very short, so it might end up being a short live. Depends how much we talk afterwards. And I really wanted your guys' opinions after the video and a little talky bit. Hi, Crystal. How are you? On what you guys feel about telekinesis. So I decided at the last minute to do it. So I don't really have that much stuff, but I told you I wasn't feeling well earlier. So I just didn't really have the umph in me. But so a lot of stuff I tried looking up, like literally I just tried looking up some stuff quickly on YouTube. I didn't do as much research as I probably should have, but all their telekinesis stuff on there was how to do magic tricks. All right. So if you guys want to learn how to do magic tricks, they have that. But I wasn't going to go playing all those videos. But there was a couple cool ones that showed you a couple tricks to do. But I'll give you my opinion afterwards. And I have a story to share a little bit. Not me. Nothing I did. All right. So let me see if I can remember how to do this. Like I said, the video is going to be sped up a little bit. The video. Oh, anybody's listening in the background? Hi, how are you? Don't be shy. Come in and say hi. And there's some. I have a couple people that said I can't chat in there, and it's probably because when you're on my Facebook page, I think you click on the link. So, but it doesn't bring you to the app. So on the top of the link, it'll ask you to sign in or go to the app. You got to make sure you sign in to if you have a Gmail account, sign into your Gmail account, and it'll let you come in, and then you can chat with us. But some people just like to hang out, chit chat, and hear what's going on. But honestly, we're a great group of people here. So if you just want to say hi, you really don't have to be shy. You don't have to be shy at all. We're a bunch of awesome people here. Let me see. Oh, my mother dearest is in here. I don't really have any mods in here. I noticed 90 something percent of my subscribers live in America. Most of my mods, a good part of them, my very active mods, one lives in India, the other one lives in Belgium, one lives in Scotland. They're the ones I usually hear the most. They're all sleeping right now. So my mom's going to have to learn how to use her wrench and use it. I'd ask my husband, but he's a wise ass, and he would probably, oh, you're going to time me out? No, I'm going to time you out. Because he has been timed out one year before. It was absolutely hysterical. So yesterday when I got off the live, this is so funny. Hi, Earth Angel, how you doing? So yesterday when I got off the live, my husband comes to the door and he's like, all those girls harassed me and jumped on me. They all started to attacking me. I said, oh no, Rob, you loved every minute of it. And I know damn well you started it. Hey, Kendra, how are you doing? Oh, good. Kendra's here. Kendra's working. Kendra always works evenings, so she has her earbuds in and she listens. Or one time she sent me a picture when it was her time to get a reading because she didn't want the camera to see her. She's underneath the table and she took a picture to show that she was hiding. Hysterical. Oh, Joe, if I didn't say hi, honey. My mom's doing well. She's in a chat somewhere, but she's not here tonight. She has to stay home once in a while with her husband. Okay, so let's get this ready. And then I want to talk about your guys' viewpoints, your opinions. Oh, Glenda, did I say hi to you? If I did not say hi to anybody, please know I'm not ignoring you, okay? And another thing I started with saying while I get this video ready actually is that please know that everybody here is welcome. Everybody. I don't care where you come from on YouTube streets here. Everybody, nobody says anything to anybody else. They all know better. Like mod or not, or sub or not, member or not, you'll be, well, for that night anyways, I will just stop you from talking for that night until you calm down. But we don't ever have a problem in here. That's one thing is that the chat is usually pretty chill and usually everybody in here gets along. But I know how it is on YouTube streets. There's always fighting somewhere going on somehow. So, and if you notice, I go on all kinds of chat. You'll see me like, I just saw her in so-and-so, and now she's in this chat, and I don't get along with them, and blah, blah. I don't get in the middle of it. It ain't none of my damn business. I don't say nothing to nobody about anything because it's not my business to get in the middle. Besides, they'll all be talking again in a week anyways. Right? So why pick sides? Why get in the middle? Not my monkeys, not my circus. Because I love everybody. Of course, I have my favorites, but I literally bounce everywhere. I go everywhere, say hi to everybody. Hi, Rose Petal. How are you doing, sweetheart? I mean, if I was to stop going to a channel every time they said something I didn't disagree with, I would probably talk to anybody on YouTube, right? Think about it. That's how I view it. It's not real life to me. It doesn't affect my life anyway. Whatever happens to YouTube is not going to affect it once I hit the X button and walk out of the room. You think you need, Rhonda, I need coffee. There's not coffee in this cup. It's soda. Because I forgot to make coffee before I started. So I quickly grabbed a can and poured it in. I really want a coffee. I want a coffee so bad that when this video's playing, I'll probably run in the kitchen real quick and make myself a cup of coffee. Oh my gosh, I forgot to correct my Nightbot. If my Nightbot, listen, mods, if my Nightbot says, put a 1 in the comments for reading, please let people know Nightbot is rogue and not listening. Readings are tomorrow, not tonight. It's coffee. It's always coffee o'clock. Always. I don't care what time it is. I do not care what time it is. So it's coffee o'clock. Oh, yeah. Members. Don't forget my members. Monday, we're playing bingo. We're going to have fun. Let's see. How do I add screen to add a video? I also got another program. I'm paying for 2 programs. My husband, this one cost me like $50 a month, 45 for a month, 40 something a month. And I bought a cheaper one, and I just have to figure out how to use it. All right. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Let me see. Yep, there it is. So like I was saying, if it is a tad bit fast talking, your brain will eventually get used to it and it won't seem so fast anymore. But I have to do it fast so they don't think I'm purposely trying to steal their work. We are going to talk about it and get our viewpoints and our opinions on this piece that they made. And I have to remember to leave this up and try to put it in the screen afterwards. Okay. So I'm going to mute for a minute while I get this going. All righty. All righty. As you see, it's only 5 minutes long. So don't worry, y'all.
When the infamous fictional character Carrie White left her high school prom hall ablaze and brought terror upon her town, she relied on her powers of telekinesis, the ability to manipulate physical objects using the mind alone. But while Carrie is just a fictional film based upon a fictional book, belief in telekinesis isn't fictional at all. For centuries, humans have claimed they really do have the power to control the motion of objects using only their minds. At will, spoon bending are all intriguing examples. It happens in The Matrix when Neo freezes bullets mid-air, skill that Yoda has honed to a T. But is telekinesis real or just as Carrie, Yoda, and Neo mind? To investigate, we need to weigh kinetic claims through a scientific lens. Using the scientific telekinesis is part of the discipline called parapsychology, in which researchers study psychic phenomena. Parapsychologists regard what they do as a science, but other scientists disagree. Let's start with a few basic observations. Observation number 1. While there are loads of anecdotes out there about telekinesis, there's no scientific proof that it exists. No studies conducted according to the scientific method and repeated under lab conditions can show that it's real. In the 1930s, the so-called father of parapsychology, Joseph Banks Rhine, tested in a lab whether people could use telekinesis to make a dice roll the way they wanted it to. But afterwards, scientists couldn't replicate his results, and since replication is key to proving an idea, that was a problem. Aside from scientists, there are also countless self-proclaimed telekinetics, but all have been exposed as tricksters or can't perform under conditions where they're not totally in control, suggesting that they manipulate the situation to get the results they want. Today, there's even a huge stash of prize money available from lots of organizations for anyone who can prove that psychic abilities, like telekinesis, are real, but these riches remain unclaimed. Observation number 2. When we investigate telekinesis, there's no consensus about what exactly is being measured. Are powerful Yoda-like brainwaves at work, perhaps? Since nobody agrees, it's difficult to apply a research standard, something required in all other types of science, to test the validity of ideas. Observation number 3. The point of science is to discover the unknown. And in the history of scientific investigation, it's definitely happened that new discoveries have gone against established science, and even overturned whole branches of science. Such discoveries must be proven extra carefully to withstand skepticism. In the case of telekinesis, the idea goes against science, but lacks the powerful evidence in favor of it. Our universe is controlled and explained by the laws of physics, and one of these laws tells us that brainwaves can't control objects because they're neither strong nor far-reaching enough to influence anything outside of our skulls. Physics also tells us that the only forces that can influence objects from afar are magnetic and gravitational. Probably the closest thing to telekinesis that science can explain is the use of thoughts to control a robotic arm. In the brains of stroke patients who can't move, researchers can implant tiny wires into the brain that controls movement, and then train the patient to concentrate on moving a robotic arm, which acts like an extension of their minds. And it works. It's amazing, but it isn't telekinesis. The patient's thoughts aren't just vague, undetectable things. They're measurable brain signals, translated through wires into a robot. Science can measure, test, and explain the motion. And that's how we've shown that this kind of mind control is real. Science is a slow process of accumulating the evidence that either stands for or against an idea. When we stack up evidence, we can see which tower grows tallest. And in the case of telekinesis, it's not the tower showing that it exists. Some say this mystical phenomenon can't fit within the confines of science, and that's okay. But then telekinesis becomes purely a matter of personal conviction. If something can't be assessed scientifically, then it can't be described as scientific either. So the results of our investigation reveal that however much we may want to believe that the Force really is within us, the case for telekinesis remains weak. Sorry, Neo, Carrie, and Yoda. Your skills are mind-blowing, but for now, they belong in the movies.
All right, guys. Oop.
Many years ago, when my son was a kid, he gave me a book
No, get off.
written by Swami Vivekananda. He was describing
All right, it's gone. It took me a minute.
communicate with each other.
Oh no, it's still playing. Why is it playing?
Just by thought.
All right,
It's essentially
there. It's gone. Hi, Jenny Lynn. How are you doing tonight? All right. So, anyways, what are your guys' opinions on the videos that you guys seen? Yes, it's interesting. Listen, that's the best I find at the last minute. Actually, I found it this afternoon, and I said, "Oh, I'll do more later," and I just literally didn't have the umph. My dog's barking because my husband's coming.
that's what she said.
My husband's fresh. I'm gonna kick your butt. Get out of here.
Oh, my bad, Brett.
Anyways, so anyhow, what do you guys think about that video? Yes, she said interesting. So anyhow, so you guys, I want to tell you something. So I was on the fence. I was like, ooh, that's okay, Stingray. Listen, all I did was play a 5-minute video. So you just got to go back 5 minutes if you want. Don't play it on fast speed though, because I already put it on fast speed. So I wanted to know what you guys thought about telekinesis and what your opinions were on it. What you guys were thinking. Actually, I did watch a couple videos, but some of them I really didn't like. So anyhow, this is my opinion. So my first thought was, I don't know if I really believe it. I was really on the fence. And then I thought about it. Well, some of it, people use the magics for a reason because a lot of it is scientific. A lot of it is. And back in like the 1800s, where you remember what used to be like really popular for the carnivals and have those freak shows, and they didn't understand science like we do today, so they did think some of it was magic. Okay, some of them did, or some of them knew they could fool people. So that I do think, yes, Crystal, absolutely, I believe in energy too. So then it got me thinking. I do have a couple stories to share. Small ones. What are you doing, Hopi? I don't know what the heck she's doing. I saw you send me a message saying you dropped some link or something, but I didn't read it. It only popped up on a screen. I'm like, whatever it is, it's not a big deal. Yes, you think it might be a select few ability. So my thinking was just like psychic ability. I would think telekinesis could be anybody, but some people are just more natural at it than others. Okay, so this is my view. So like I said, it was the late 1800s when people, I don't know, started figuring out working with science more and understanding how different things work. Is when people started realizing something. Some people are doing more magic tricks, but not everybody. So they're easily be fooled. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, right, Nella. She says, I don't think we know how to access and control that ability yet. Okay, all right, okay, Hopi. So, anyways. Well, oh my God, did it say that? Do not put a 1 in the comments. I didn't put in a 1. I'm like, did I say something? And you guys are going to start putting ones. I thought I was losing my ever 11 months. Anyways, so I'm probably going to feel better after I have this cup of coffee. So anyways, it got me thinking. So a lot of you guys know I was a paranormal investigator for many, many years with my mother, Mommy Dear sits in there, and my husband, he would have gone some too. And when he started, he wasn't a believer, but he is a believer now. But anyways, so a couple things got me thinking. I remember many years ago, many years ago, when I would hear about astroplaning, I thought it was fake, and people that were talking about it were crazy. I would see these, remember those Yahoo chat rooms and stuff? And people talk about, oh, I was astroplaning and I went to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, these people is really what I was thinking. This was many years ago. Okay. Probably my early 20s. Until the more people I started hearing about it, I'm like, is it true? So I started learning about it. And the first time I tried to astroplane, I didn't get very, but it was enough to freak me out, snap at it, and poop right on my bed. It went. And then I was a believer after that. And then I learned how to astroplane. But I truly was not a believer. A lot of things I didn't believe in, I really just didn't believe in because I hadn't experienced those, right? So, to then this day, I always say, if somebody tells me they're able to do something, I never doubt them, because just because I can't do it, that doesn't mean that you can't. And that was the same thing like with astroplaning and, be able to communicate with spirit and stuff like that, right? Not everybody can do that. That doesn't mean it's not true. And just because you can't prove it in science, which I do think they will someday, and I think some of them do know, it's just not in mainstream media. That doesn't mean that it's not true. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hold on one second. No worries, honey. Okay. Yeah, we would love to. That doesn't mean we can't. Absolutely. So listen. Then I was thinking, I remember this one time. I had a friend years ago and I was a dog groomer. Okay. And she told me before he passed away, she told me how she had this uncle, a family member, I'm pretty sure it was an uncle, that was used to do magic tricks, and he could do telekinesis, and she would say the different things that he could do. And then she would say, I'm like, well, how did you do it? She's like, I tried. I just haven't been able to do it. She's like, but she said, if you want to learn how to move something with your mind, she said, start with a 1-ply piece of toilet paper. Start with that first. And I don't remember, like this years ago. This was many years ago. So when he passed away, he ended up getting his book. Like he passed down the book to her. It was left to her in his will. And in the book had detailed description on how to do it. I don't know if she ever did anything with it after that. She was a little bit younger than me, so she was kind of young. So I don't know if she really did, or maybe she just cherished it. So anyhow, but she did believe in it. She did believe in it. Did tell me some stories about so many years ago. I don't really remember now. So they got me thinking. Stingray said, methinks that spirits might have more ability to use telekinesis than, in my opinion. Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct there. Absolutely, Stingray. More than we can. Yes. Yeah, I do believe that. So then I was thinking, so we know this magician, and I'm wondering, I'm going to ask him one day. Maybe he won't even tell me. He probably won't tell me because he'll probably ruin his show. But I wish I could ask him. Maybe he'll let me play a video or something of showing the kind of stuff that he does. So depends where he's at, depends what kind of magic tricks he does. So some of the places that we vended at, like out in the middle of the woods type of stuff. I remember one time, so quite a few times, I've seen him with his hand here and lift up a spoon with his mind and bend it. Is that a magic trick? I don't know. I see him with something that kind of looks like a little mini green man, and he'll have in his palm his hand, and it lifts up and spins around. Is that a magic trick? Maybe. I don't know. It could be. The spoon one kind of freaks me out though. So this is what at one time. I think my mother was there. Yeah, magic isn't a trick. There's amazing. So there's different kinds of magic. There's one with a K at the end and one with a C. The one with the C is the one for performance. The other magic is different. So anyhow, that's a whole other topic. But anyhow, so he did this trick, okay? I don't know how he did it. It freaked me out. And he did say he had people standing by in case something was to happen. So he had a rope, like, had to be this fat around, had to have been. And we seen him physically tie it. All right. And then he picked some people that I actually knew out of the audience, you know, so it wasn't like it's people that were set up. Okay. So they had it on either side of him with the rope, and he said, now pull as tight as you can. But if something happens, you know, stop and call 911, whatever the whole deal was. I think it's a major boost in your energy level required to do it. It's true. We are unbalanced, and that's not good long term. Yeah. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so anyways, the people on the other side, all right, there's a knot here. It was tied. It was tied here, and the people on the other side are pulling this rope. And they're pulling tighter and tighter, and his face is getting redder and redder. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's going to pass out. This guy's going to pass out. I freaked out going, I'm like, well, inside I was. And I was sitting right in front. So I'm really close. It's not like I'm far back. I was right up front. And I know it just slips off. I'm like, what the hell? How did that even happen? I seen that guy face turn beet red. You can see the rope getting tighter around his neck. And I don't know, it just came off. So anyways, I'm like, all right, there has to be a trick or something to it. So a couple years later, my mom was there each time it happened. I don't know if she remembers though. This was years ago. Maybe 10 to 15 years. So anyways, if it was even that long, I don't remember. So I don't know if there's next year or the following year, he did that again. And the exact same thing happened. The exact same thing. Different people I knew, you know, that was at the same festival that we were. And exact same thing happened again. So this whole time it got me thinking, now the spoon, did he really bend it? Or was it a magic trick? I should have looked it up and seen how do you do a magic trick spoon thing to see if that's real or not. Because he is a magician. He does do tricks with knives and swords and all kinds of insane, crazy stuff. So I don't know if that's a trick or not, but that rope thing really got me thinking, like, holy cow, can you really do this? Because then it brought me back to my friend who was talking about an uncle who the uncle then died, and then she said she inherited his book. So I don't know. So I'm on the fence. I can't say whether I believe or not. And I did watch one video somebody said today is like, well, if somebody could do telekinesis, why hasn't been videotaped yet? Everybody has cameras in their hands nowadays. Who knows? So then, this is also the same as what is referred to as remote viewing, the astral plane. Yes, absolutely same thing. Almost the same thing. So, what's this mean, Hopi? I got you. I get confused easy, Hopi. You know this. All right. So anyhow, so then it got me thinking again. Hi, Mr. Tony Hunt. How you doing? Listen, if your wife is near you and if she's not sleeping yet, you got to give her a big sloppy kiss and say, that's from Iris. Okay? Can you do me that favor, please? A big wet one. Big sloppy kiss. So anyway, so then I was thinking also, and I told you guys this before, and I know it sounds crazy. Oh, it means I get what you're saying, Iris. Okay. See, Italians do this around here. The old school Italians. But it's more like, I'm going to kick your ass. This means I agree. Okay. Yeah, so this years ago, this happened to me quite a few times. So many times that it's not even coincidence anymore. To a point where I ended up talking to a couple of people about it. Somebody has said to me, whenever I've had things to me. And the first few times be a coincidence, but not when things fly. Okay. So a couple times, most time it just falls, but things that should not have fallen fell. Like there's no way they should have fallen, but they did. Okay. Which is weird. So I always thought it was my spirit guides, and I was promised, like, I'm sorry, I'll calm my anger down. I wasn't doing anything bad. I was mad as hell, right? So it's usually when I'm yelling, like, cut the shit, or crying or something like that, something falls around me. And it's happened in front of people, and they're always like, oh, that fell. Oh, you're lucky. Like you didn't get hurt or whatever it was. But when I walked into the bathroom, I said, Jesus Christ, God, about something. And just when I stepped in my bathroom, everybody knows where I live right now. I have a very long bathroom. It's a good size. It's a long bathroom. So I had a paper towel, not paper towel, what do you call it? Tissue paper, blow your nose. Paper towel holder on the back of the toilet at that time. And no sooner did I walk in and I said that, it not only came off the back of the toilet, it flew into almost near the front of my feet, in front of the bathroom sink. And that's a very good distance. It had been 5-6 feet easily. And there's no way it should have fallen in that direction, like going out, and going that far. And it wasn't rounded for it to be rolling either, if that makes sense. So that is when I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So I went and talked to somebody about it. And I said, I think my guys get upset with me because whenever I'm mad or anything, like stuff falls down around me. I think they're trying to knock me on the head and tell me to stop. And they're like, did you ever think it was you? You ever think it was your energy that did it? So that's my whole point that I'm coming to. Now, if I was to try to do it, it wouldn't happen. But if I'm upset, it would, which is funny because just before I came on here, on my Facebook, somebody had commented, if I read it correctly, when I posted the link for tonight, somebody had commented underneath it that they, I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but if they didn't try, it happens. But if they tried, it wouldn't happen. Well, that's the same thing happens to me. If I tried, it wouldn't happen. Maybe I can't push the energy out. Emotion is energy. Our thoughts, feelings, and things, everything around us is energy. Obviously, when we're very distraught or very happy or very angry is actually very powerful and carries a whole lot of energy. So that would make sense. Things would move. So that also got me thinking, well, how can I say I don't believe in telekinesis if I do believe in, oh my God, my mind just got blank. What the hell do you call it? When you ghost hunting and stuff goes for poltergeist. I believe in poltergeist. I don't know. I've never seen like front on top of each other like that. But one of the things poltergeist is, a lot of times isn't an entity doing it, is you doing it yourself. Your own energy is doing it yourself. A lot of poltergeist, that's what it is. Cabinet doors opening, and it's a lot of times when we ask people, like we would have a questionnaire when we go to people's houses, and one of the things we'd ask them if anybody in the house has mental health problems. It's not because we think they're bad or if there's anything wrong with them, but sometimes they don't know how to hone in their energy if they're not on a proper medication. So if anybody has like any substance abuse or anger outbursts or going through just a traumatic time in general because of great loss, that can basically fuck up your psyche and wacky stuff can happen. Okay. That's a long story. Like that is not the very scientific way, but anyways, that's one version of it. Okay. So it got me thinking, well, if I believe on that, and which would make sense on why I would be mad or upset or sad or whatever it is, and something would like go, boom, you know, so that would explain it, because it's kind of in the same class as telekinesis, but it's that is then would, for paranormal, it would be considered like a poltergeist. All right, a minor poltergeist, depending. So anyways, so if I believe in one, how could I not believe in the other? Does that make sense? Because they're kind of the same thing, right? And it's all our energy. Really, if it boils down to it, it's our energy. And that's another thing with a video. Somebody said that scientists cannot prove telekinesis. I don't think it was this video that we watched. It might have been another one. I did watch a few today. But scientists cannot prove telekinesis from your mind, but they know that your mind can control an electronic arm. Like if you lose your arm, and they have to retrain you to use the electric one, you know, like the thing, and it's your mind. You have to tell that arm, that extended arm, to move its fingers to pick up the cup, you know, just like as if you had your own arm. So is that kind of close to being telekinesis if you can have your brain? So they're saying it's not proven because the wires are connected to your nerves that are connected to your brain, and your brain thoughts are moving it. Same difference. That's still energy. Hi, Izzy Pop. How you doing, sweetie? Oh, I love you and Mama Dearest. Love and light to you all. I love Izzy Pop, my favorite kitty. Meow. Oh, no, she goes, purr. I can't purr. So anyhow, so you understand what I'm saying? So if we can have equipment put onto us and learn how to a bionic arm to pick it up and move things with our mind, why can't we train our brain to be able to move things? That's why I'm saying I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm on a fence. All right, I'm on a fence. I do believe it's possible. I just don't think I don't think we don't use enough of our brain, and we're not evolved enough to be able to use it, if that makes sense. That's just my opinion. Stingray says, I know our energy levels do affect sentient beings around us, animals, etc. Iris, rainbow things. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely. Ron's like, I wish I had telekinesis, then I wouldn't have to get up to get stuff. Yeah, right. Just like, even if you can't make my coffee for me, at least just, you know, bring me my coffee. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't personally know if it's true or not. I have no idea. But it just gets me thinking, you know, if scientists can go this far, you know, who's to say we could do other things scientifically? You know, maybe we just need to evolve enough to be able to do that. I do believe people can read each other's minds. My husband, I told you, tells me to stop reading his mind sometimes, usually when he's upset. If he's upset, I can read his mind, not trying to word for word what he's saying. And I'll repeat it to him, word for word what he's saying. And he'll be like, stop reading my mind. Because I'll argue back with him. He's like, I didn't say that. I'm like, I heard you say blah, blah, blah. And he was like, stop reading my mind. He gets mad because I'll answer it. I've done it to a few people, but it's usually my husband. And it's probably because we've been together over 30 years, you know. Your husband says that to you. You're with somebody long enough. You're connected. Your auras are connected. Your energies are connected. Energies. Everything is energy. Just like the wires that connect to our phones to energize our phones and our TV and our lights and everything around us. What's up? That's all connected energy. We are energy beings. Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you. So remember, I was telling you some of the things I looked up was showing magic tricks, where they was showing some ones that we can do at home, which is scientifically proven. Okay. But the whole point is we're still using our energy. All right. So one of the things that they're describing was, which was very simple, was get a piece of paper and make it a complete square and then fold it into like a triangle, because then what you're going to do is put it on the head of a pin. So it moves, so you put the little piece of the head of the pin, and the pin you're going to plop in a cork or something so it holds still. And then what you're going to do is, with that piece of paper that's kind of teetering there, you're going to put your hands close to it. Which is funny because we teach a class on how to make energy balls, okay? And then you can learn how to feel the energy. It's very simple. So same concept, that's your energy around that piece of paper. And because of that energy and that airflow, it's pushing that paper around, right? That's energy, So if we conduct energy that can do something like that, who's to say that we can't do other things that are bigger and better? Oh, Robin Brown starting. Oh, my husband's like, stop reading me, brah. Love you, Izzy Pop. Have a good night, sweetheart. Oh, Izzy Pop, will you drop, before you leave, will you drop your link? Or somebody, if Izzy Pop doesn't do it, I'll drop it for her. Please drop your link, honey. Sweetest, sweetest, sweetest person ever in the world. I love listening to her. Her cat snores horribly loud. I don't know why. I wasn't there when she has said why. I don't know if it's a medical condition, but that cat. Rob, you know how I say I snore like it's my job or I'm cutting wood? For a little kitty. Her kitty does the same thing. Sweet little thing. Thank you, Izzy. Yeah, you guys, if you're not subscribed to her, go subscribe to her. If you like a nice chill place to get away from all the crap. I'm not saying she don't never talk about anything on YouTube streets. I'm just saying that she's usually pretty nice and calm. It's a nice chill chat. Everybody's there is beautiful and loving. So yeah. Oh, so I have ADD brain. I don't remember what the hell I was saying, but I think I covered everything I wanted to say. So my mother had sent me something. I don't know if she actually read it or not, because she sent it to me shortly before I went live. She must have, because she was telling me a little bit about it, but I don't know if she read the whole thing. Mama, are you still in here? I wonder if my mom's still in here. I were chill till someone came along and slandered me brutally to her. Oh. You know what? Everybody talks about everybody around here. Just ignore them. It's really hard. It's difficult. I meant to say, my example is, so if somebody came to me to talk to me about Stingray, I'd be like, oh, okay. I'd listen, but it's not going to stop me to talking to Stingray. Stingray's never done a damn thing to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ignore people. Everybody on here has something to say about somebody, right? So you just put it in the back of your brain and be like, all right, and continue on your day. It doesn't affect me at all. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. I was going to get mad. I thought somebody was yelling. I was like, and I had to listen. I'm like, okay, no, grandkids are downstairs. And I'm like, is somebody yelling at my grandbabies? But no. That's why I had that look for a minute just before I got off. I'm like, hold on a minute.
Okay.
You got something to say about Mexican? Oh, my daughter wants to see me video.
The fuck out of my face. You know what I mean?
When you almost burnt the whole house down as a
Delicious.
kid, but you forgot to put water
You know what I mean?
in your family won't let you forget about it.
See, that's normal. Almost
that's
39,000 people liked this, okay? So that means they have the same experience.
Of almost burning down the house.
Yes. And
my daughter almost burned down the house when she was little.
Without putting water in it.
Had a couple of soupy years when she was little, and she knew that you cook it, but she didn't add water to the cup of soup. So she put the cup of soup when she was little into the microwave at night when she should have been sleeping because all the rest of us were. It was literally the middle of the night. My husband smells something burning, goes and check, and the microwave is catching on fire. Didn't do anything to the house or anything. But it's a good thing he was a fireman, so he's like had the super sniffer. He can smell out anything.
Bro, fat girl thinks at like 3 years old, bro.
Oh yeah, Auntie Rhonda said, and make sure there's no cake in the oven either when you turn it on.
Hey, that was a moment of weakness.
Twice she almost burned down the house. She had to preheat the oven. You always have to check the oven. I keep pots and pans in there, like a big cookie sheet and 2 cast iron pans.
Who leaves cake in the oven?
We do when you don't want everybody getting into it. I made a big, huge sheet cake, and I had it in the box and everything. Where am I going to put a big ass box cake? So we always stick the cake in the oven. No, when you fit in the oven, the box was too big. So anyways, we put it in the oven. You're supposed to check the oven before, especially in my house. Sometimes if we have leftover food, not leftover, like if I make my husband a plate or if he makes me a plate because one of us are not home, you keep it in the oven until the person comes home, right? Old school, we all grew up doing that. So we might not have the oven on, but the plate's in the oven. So it's placed in the oven so our animals don't eat it. Really, that's what it is. So anyways, so you should know to check anyway, especially since I keep pots and pans in there. I keep my cast iron pans in there. No, not Amy. She forgets it. Preheats the oven and it caught the box and everything on fire.
Bro, I forget literally every time you ask to preheat.
All right, so let me get back to my live.
What's the matter?
Get sidetracked. It's ADD scroll brain. I don't know what to tell you. And she had to show me that video. Yeah, make sure you shut the door, honey.
What, you don't like Reese?
Oh, Reese will pop.
It's okay.
He'll pop the door right to come back in here.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, so Rhonda knows. So the cat, Rhonda was at my house once. She brought a sandwich for my husband, wrapped in aluminum foils, pulled pork roll wrapped in aluminum foil. I had one of my cats got into the pulled pork, wrapped in foil, nice and neatly wrapped in foil, unwrapped the damn thing and ate it. No kidding. No kidding. You can ask Rhonda. She was there. Kinder says I was drunk at my dad's and put a whole package of bacon in the microwave and passed out. Oh, he wasn't happy. Another reason why I don't drink anymore. Hello, Garnet from England. How are you doing? All right, so I showed you that little video. I gave you kind of my viewpoints. And hi, Amanda, in the oven so the dog won't get. Yeah, exactly. See, I got a little dog, so little dog can't reach. But my cats knocked the food off the oven onto the floor for the other cats and the dog. Oh, did you, Garnet? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's what we were talking about tonight. Well, I was. But anyways, I got something. So I showed you that little video. We talked a little bit about it. And then we usually end up, Garnet, afterwards. Usually when we're done, we just chit-chat in here. We just hang out. We just chill. Okay. So let me go back to what my mama sent. Because I haven't even read it yet. If anybody has a channel in here, let one of my moms know so they can drop your link. Yeah, exactly, Garnet. Exactly. So the thing my mother had sent, I was saying was, I noticed I got a few messages from people today on Facebook. I've had a bad day and I haven't responded to anything. I just was feeling blah, just sore and blah. Just one of those days. Oh, Caitlin, you're up to 68 subs, 64 subs now. I don't know if. All right, hold on. I'll drop your link, sweetheart. I'm not going to type in who it is, but I'll just tell them. Sub to this person. All right. Go back. All right, the link I just dropped right there, that is Caitlin. Said, oh, Carney said, I've been going through the mail. What's going on, sweetheart? Stingray, did you want your channel dropped? Alrighty. So psychokinesis is also called telekinesis. It's the action of the mind on the matter in which objects are supposedly caused to move or change as a result of mental concentration upon them. The physical nature of psychokinetic, I can never pronounce stuff, psychokinetic effects contrasts with the cognitive quality of ESP. The other major grouping of a phenomenon is claimed effects of include levitation, metal bending, which I told you, I know somebody does that, but I wonder if you can fake it. Well, I think he really does do it. I told you about him taking that rope to help me. But anyways, some of them are saying this, and then it goes on to say it's fraudulent and theoretical music. I think I pronounced it wrong. All right. So I'm going to get to the part. All right. They talk about levitation. All right. Despite the experimental investigation, scientific evidence supporting the existence of this is lacking. We know this. We talked about that already. I'm just trying to skip to important parts. He just keeps repeating the same thing in different manners. It's basically inclusive. So one of them is levitation, raising the human body off the ground. Did you guys ever do that when you were a kid? How did it used to go? Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. And you had a sleepover, and you have one person laying on the floor, and you have a bunch of friends like sitting around trying to do it. It never did work, but all right. It happens usually during a seance. Levitation of furniture or objects. I do seances every year, and I've never seen anything lift up. But then again, my job is just to pass messages on for other loved ones there. Or people rubbing flying ointment on them. Oh my goodness, that's a whole other subject we can get into. So this flying ointment that they used to put on was for them to basically get high and have psychic visions is really what it was. Like an LSD type of thing. I already know about that, but they're changing to a different aspect. I'm trying to skip to the part where it says they're thinking about it being in the future. I'm wondering if next week's show, because I was thinking about leading it up to it. I'm passing through a lot of this. This article's way too long. So I was thinking about, so this week we talked about telekinesis. I got an idea what that is. So what if next week we talk about what did I mention before? Like poltergeist stuff, evidence of poltergeist, because supposedly there's videos out there. The only thing is it's kind of hard to find a credible one because nowadays everybody can fake stuff so well it's hard to tell. So we can try to find some good ones and talk about that. Mescaline, what's that, Garnet Hun? Oh, some monks can levitate. Really? I'm going to write that down. I never heard of that. I mean, astral travel I can do. I usually do it in my sleep, though. I remember one time when I very first moved in here, I went to go take a nap in the afternoon, and every time I closed my eyes, I'd feel myself go whoop, and I'm looking up at a ceiling. I'm looking up at the ceiling. So I'm like, the ceiling looks familiar. So I open my eyes and I look up, and it's not my living room ceiling where I'm sleeping. Like I said, I just moved in this place too, but it happened like 3 times. So finally I get up and look around the house, and sure enough, in my dining room, when I looked up, was the exact same ceiling. So every time I close my eyes and I'll sleep, get in that state, whoop, body will go whoop, and I kept looking up, and I'm like this far from the ceiling, like instantly I would stop right there in front of it. Yeah, astral projection. Yeah. You lucid dream a lot? Yeah, I lucid dream too. Pay attention to them. We could do a whole other thing. You don't think that men levitate, Ben? I think anything is possible. I really, truly do. Like I said at the beginning, I used to think astral playing wasn't true until I did it and learned how to do it. So I cannot say I don't believe in anything anymore. I did see an entity once that wasn't human. I'll tell you that. And I wasn't the only one to see it, except I'm the one that saw it in greater detail. A friend of mine just seen the shadow of it. And then when I was talking about it, some other person overheard it, and they're like, oh, that's a whole other story. It was creepy. It was a creature that moved very, very fast, and they knew who it was because it belonged to them, basically, is what they're saying. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is scary. But anyhow. I went to the dining room and was checking all my plants. I looked at the ones on the floor and realized I wasn't touching the ground. Oh, wow. Was that... Well, were you awake or asleep? Because I might have missed part of it. Oh, okay. Were you sleeping? Is that what you're doing? Or... It freaked me out. I felt like a whoosh, and I came back into my body from my toes up, and my eyes up. I sat straight up, and I didn't go far. LOL. That's kind of what happened the first time with me, except I didn't go seeing no plants. I was conscious because I was trying to do it purposely, and just when I felt my body go up, I was like, oh, I freaked out, went back down, and I don't know. The feeling is weird. I can't even describe the feeling. It's weird. It's very cool now. Now I like to do it. And after that, I just said that happened in my living room. Sometimes when I relax at night, as soon as I close my eyes, sometimes, because my favorite place to always go at first is outside in the sky. So I have to wear warm clothes in the winter when I go to sleep because I know what's going to happen. I always want to go look out in the sky. All right. So I end up outside in the sky. As soon as I fall asleep, whoop, I want to go see the clouds, the stars, and the moon. So I always know where it is. I always recognize where I'm at. And yep, it happens all the time. Oh, you went to a football stadium one time and been there physically too. One time, not in person. Sleep paralysis. I had a very scary experience with sleep paralysis. Hi, Amanda. How you doing, honey? Oh, you're doing a guided meditation and sleeping. Yeah. I'm telling people, if you meditate and learn how to connect with your body and open yourself up, you'll experience so many things you never would have imagined. There's things you've only have heard of. So I want to tell you about so some of you guys know that when my daughter was younger, she's an adult now, she's 30. So when she was younger, and my youngest daughter was very little and she just turned 18. She was probably between 3 and 5. I think she said to my mom she was between around 5, maybe 6. She was around 5 anyways. And my 18-year-old, who's just in here, the one showing me the video, is very gifted. It freaks her out a little bit, so she's not really too into it yet. But she told my mother, my daughter is acting out. So we would always tell the little kids, go in your room, go in your room. You know, you don't want the kids around to see anything like that. So my mother goes into, she's like, I'll take the kids into the other room. I was like, all right, thank you. So she tells my mother anyways, and she's like, Mom sends me in the other room, but I can still hear everything and see everything that's going on. And, you know, I think my mom was thinking at first, like, you know, if they're yelling or whatever, of course you're going to hear it, right? And she tells my mother, my mom's like, oh, you can hear it? She's like, yeah, all I have to do is hear and see it is just close my eyes and I can hear and see everything that's going on. And she would describe and tell exactly what was going on. I said, oh, that little shit is being sneaky and learning how to astroplane. Oh, look at Isis is up here. And I have a candle. You know what happens when I have a candle around here? She will try to burn down the place. All right, honey, you need to get down. You need to get down. You need to get down. Oh. You need to get down. Oh. Just knocked everything in that one corner of the table right on the floor. That's okay. I'll get it after the live. I'll at least pick up the notebook. That little stinker. Isis is always causing trouble. She is beautiful. If you notice, all right. So some of you guys see her because she was always in here when I was doing tarot readings. Well, I didn't let her come in for a while because she was sick. She gets allergies and then she starts itching them. They're like little spots. She gets them all over her body and she starts itching them. Well, this year it was on the top of her head. Well, she kept itching, and we're trying to put cream and stuff on it. But she ended up getting a little, it's like it got oozy and icky, so I had to put cream on it, and then she ended up all her hair on top of her head. Now it's starting to grow back. What happens is it starts here, then moves over here, then it heals here, so then she has it here, then it moves like this, then it heals here. So now it's down by her ear. It happens every year this time of year, and it's starting to get a little bit better. Oh, that damn nightbot's acting crazy again, huh? Oh, I'm trying to see what Garnet was saying. Get in tune with nature, absolutely. A horse whisperer. Intuition phenomenon. Yeah, so my baby's slowly healing, slowly getting better. And honestly, the reason why it's the way it is, because obviously it's itchy, so she scratches it. And, you know, cats have long claws, and then it gets infected, and then I'm putting cream and ointment on it. And the doctor says you can't keep getting steroid shots, even though they work really good. But y'all, stop putting that damn one in that chat. I'll kick that nightbot's butt. So what do you guys think about, well, I did write down the one about I did write down the book. Matter of fact, I think no, I got the pen. I'm going to make sure I write it down again. Monk levitating. I'm going to look that up. So what if next week we do, you know what, you guys, I think next week we're going to do, what do we want to do? Should we do next week? What Egyptian mummified cats. Look at my bassett. But always wake my lads up shouting at people in my dreams. My husband says in my dreams. I don't know. Oh, mama. My mother. So next week, do you guys want to do something like sleep paralysis, lucid dreams? Did we do that before? Or I was thinking about doing like a continuation of today, and I can probably get, if I'm not feeling like crap, be a little more prepared and do like poltergeist type of stuff. Have you seen the people that can fire dance? What do you mean by fire dance? When I first started to meditate, I was going around something, a big fire pit. And the more I was walking around the fire pit, it was huge, like a bonfire. This scared the hell out of me because I was just learning to meditate. And I could hear drumming in a distance. And as I'm walking around the fire pit, the drumming is getting louder and louder and louder. And as I was going around the corner, I can literally feel the vibration from the drums under my feet. Now I'm meditating. And then start feeling the heat a little bit from the fire, but mostly it was the beat of the drums that freaked me out, and I woke right up because it felt so real. Hi, Fancy Glam. How you doing tonight, sweetheart? They dance on hot coals, I think. Oh, I've seen videos of that. Oof. Oof. I think with practice, though, I think anybody can do it. And then I think it'll make it a little bit easier for them because if you think about it, their feet are not sensitive as ours. They're always barefoot. Like, I don't like shoes. So my feet are more gross than a lot of people. They're not really soft. My heels are kind of thick and stuff. And as I never wear shoes. So that would make sense. But you would still have to practice, right? And then get in that state of mind. Because I also notice when I meditate, I don't feel any pain. I do not feel pain. My back and everything, all the pain goes away until I wake up again. And then the pain comes right back. Hi, Martha. How are you doing? How you guys doing? So give me some ideas for next week. Oh, I didn't see what Garnet said over here. It didn't show up on this chat. It says, look for your hands in a dream when you can master what you can do. You can do anything. No, that's very true, Garnet. That's very true. Caitlin says, I have these dreams that feel like they're set in post-apocalyptic or ancient times. It's always the same location, just different times and different people. Do you think that could be like a past life, that you lived? I keep trying to say past life regression because I teach that class, but do you think that might have been a past life or many past lives? So listen, if you guys, I need to learn to listen to my intuition. No, you really, really do. Listen to your intuition. The problem is we ignore it and we call it our imagination. Okay. So think of it this way. Our imagination is important. I wasn't really able, listen, I tell you guys all the time, I can talk and communicate with spirits. I don't do it as often as I really could, and a lot of times it's because my anxiety. That's really the only reason. I can't do it. I know how to do it. And I always second guess myself. All right. And here I am telling you what to do, and I don't always follow my own thing. So it made things a lot easier for me when somebody had explained to me how they see things. So I used to wonder if it's my imagination. It's my imagination. It's my imagination, So when I see spirit, I can see spirit. It doesn't look like me or you, right? It did when I was younger. It kind of changed when I got older. It's kind of more of a shadow, like a mist. And then, but the rest of it I see with my third eye. So my third eye shows me flashes and images. Now, people would take that as imagination. It's not your imagination, it's your guides giving you messages, or their guides or spirit trying to give you the messages to come that across. So I'd be like, so, does your family member drive an old car that was blah, 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 because you get a quick flash and now you're left trying to remember exactly what the hell you just seen. And you're sitting to yourself, what color was that car? What was the detail? Because it was so quick. Or it's like a movie, like an old movie reel, and you're like trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together is really what happens. So a lot of times you'll say, so somebody with a car that's blah, blah, blah. It's not that they're making it up. It's you're really trying to put the pieces together. You're trying to figure out what the hell that even means. Because sometimes stuff comes and you're like, what the hell? That makes no sense at all. Yeah, a lot of people don't listen to intuition because often they're told they're imagining things or it's just in their head. Exactly. Imagination is key. That's part of your energy work. That's part of your intuition. It definitely is. Pay attention. Don't second yourself. When you second guessing yourself, your mind really opens up and it really gives you a whole bunch of messages. It's amazing and beautiful. That's why I'm always like, meditate, meditate, meditate. You too, Caitlin. I always do. You know what I always find? Crow feathers. A raven or a crow is my spirit animal. The crow, because that's what's local around here. I would like to say raven. Let's be real. There's not that many ravens around here, so it's a crow. I find crow feathers constantly. I probably won't now because it's going to be winter soon. But in the summertime, I'm guaranteed to find one at least once a week. As long as I look down on the ground, and I always say thank you because I know it's a gift for God. I am collecting. I would have had enough, but I always leave them in my mom's car. I've been collecting them, almost done, because I'm going to make a smudge, a feather smudge thingamajigger. My mind went blank for smudging out of crow feathers. I believe in past lives. I pray this is my last time. Also, Iris, what do you think about life path numbers? I'm a 33. I am not very good when it comes to numbers and all that stuff. I do believe in it, though. So if I want to look up numbers in their meetings, I do look them up. I have a book about it. But I'm not like, oh, that number means blah, blah, blah. But I do think all numbers are connected, and it connects to who your potential type of person you're going to be from birth. Your personality changes when you get married because then your life path number changes. So our numbers change as we get older. And I do really think that that's important. And that does indicate who we are and what our life path is, and even tells our personality. I think everything is connected some way or another. Odin the Raven. Yeah. Quote says that the Raven, Edgar Allan Poe. Yes, absolutely. Odin is. But my Patreon is the Morgan. That's why the crows are very important to me. If you go around to my house, I have crows everywhere. Everywhere. I'm surprised I don't have any right now in here. I did. I think I put them back where they belonged. I have them everywhere. So when you look at my house, you think it like, oh, they got crows and, stuff everywhere. It's really because it's my spirit animal, so it calls me. Hi, tie-dye. You're finally home, huh? From gallivanting. I don't have my glasses on. It took me a second to see it. I'd really like to know if this is my first incarnation or if the reader was mistaken. I would be very surprised if it's your first one. Honestly, I would be very surprised. Oh, very well. Yes, you could have been. Actually, I have to see if I saved it. It actually wasn't that long ago. It's funny that we speak of that. I found a past regression video looking for something else. I don't know. A past life regression video, and I always skip ahead just wondering what they look like. And there's a few of them on YouTube. One of them was really good and actually pretty similar, not the same, but pretty similar to the one that I use. Hey, monkey ass, how are you doing? Well, we were talking about telekinesis, and then, we got off subject. Yeah, exactly. Probably could have been Caitlin. I was told by a psychic once that I was an actual slave driver in one of my past lives. Now that was a shocker. You could have been. You could have been. I'll have to find that. You know what? Look, maybe you guys remember. It reminds me, because once I write it down, walk out here, I'm still going to forget I wrote it down. See, life. I mean, it's impossible for me to put you guys to a past life, but if I can find that video, I can at least link it up to my my community page, right? So anybody that wants to do a past life regression meditation, it's a nice guided meditation, and I'll go through the whole thing and listen to it myself first to make sure it's okay, and then if I can, I'll post it so you guys can try to figure out your past life. She rubs her thumb and her first two fingers. It's sticky or it's easy to rub means yes or no. You have to ask, show me a yes, show me a no now. Oh, you must be talking about something else. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Hi, Winnie. How are you doing? Hi, Lady Tie-Dye. I love you. Sarah says, yes, it's been driving me nuts, not working in the past 2 years. Thank God for the internet. Yeah, absolutely. No, honestly, that's why I started coming in. That's why I started this channel, because I couldn't work anymore. Physically couldn't work. So then I went back to work. The temp job lasted a few months. But now I've been out of work again. It's depressing. I've been depressed. That's why I come on YouTube, honestly. So my husband right now, he might be getting a second job. Knock on wood. Actually, I keep begging him not to. Oh, I didn't see Jody said something. A lot of my dreams are lucid and are real life. And when it eventually comes to pass, it feels very deja vu, by some say as prophetic gifts. No, it is. Sometimes they're silly too. Some of the ones that you dream about that come true are really, like, seriously, that's what it was. But I think, and it happened a lot when I was first starting off on my path, having those silly ones. And I really think it was letting me know, like, hey, pay attention, you know. Oh, Jenny Lynn said, might be a silly question, but I don't know mine. How do you know what your spirit animal is? Oh, okay. That could be kind of simple. That's something you don't have to think too much about. So if you have, it could be anything. It could be an insect. So if there's something that, one, if you don't know, ask your spirit guides just before you go to sleep, and you'll get your answer within 2 weeks. Okay. You'll start paying it. Signs will come to you. So all of a sudden, you'll start seeing elephants everywhere. You'll notice them on TV. You'll hear somebody talking on a radio. You'll see them on a billboard. You see them in your dreams. Like, they'll come to you nonstop. Just, something like that. Or some people, it could be a cat. Some people, it's a tiger or a panther. Some people, it's a spider. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on you. I have somebody whose spirit animal is a seagull. All right. So it really, really depends on you. Actually, mine's a raven and a spider, and that's for creativity. And I know that's why, and I'm terrified of spiders. But you just have to ask and just start paying attention to signs. But a lot of times it's something that's like, oh, I really, really, really like dolphins. I just happen to have dolphins all over my house. Well, I guess that's your answer. You just didn't know it. Has anyone had a dream when someone passes away that they're on a platform waiting for a train or on a train? Yes, I have heard that before. And that's just a symbolism of them taking it from this side to the other. I used to have dreams that came true, silly stuff, but to the point I'm telling a story and they have to say, unless I dreamt it. No, that's what I'm saying. That's a sign that you're gifted and they're letting you know to pay attention to the little stuff because it'll get bigger and bigger once you pay attention to the little stuff. I love owls. I saw one fly into a tree today when I was walking dogs. See, there you go. And owls. So we have our spirit animals that are always with us, that stay with us. And then sometimes an animal will come to a certain animal will come to us in life when we need it. So say if Lady Tie-Dye's animal, all right. So say if, have you ever had more than one? Yes, I was about to say die. So say if we had, say if your one main animal is a cougar. Okay, say if it's a cougar. But recently, this owl keeps coming up in your life. Look it up and see what that means because there's a meaning behind it. And yes, you can have more than one animal. Usually have one main one, and then other ones will come in as you need them throughout life. Last time we talked about spirit animals, I thought of it when I went to sleep and I had a wild dream, and there was a big, scary dog in it. Did you look it up and see what that could have meant? The wren, the king of the birds. Ooh. Let me see if I missed any chat up here. Oh, how about we go over what has been predicted for our time? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Even some of the silly stuff, Stingray. You know, they say the Simpsons predicted some things. We can do serious and silly stuff just to make it a little lighthearted. What has been predicted? Listen, y'all, do you guys watch Reverend Serafina? Is that her name? Donna Serafina? Oh, she talks about the end of the world coming up because of Putin. Don't watch it. If you watch her and you haven't seen that one, don't watch it. It scared the shit out of me. Hope it doesn't come true. Oh, Lady Tie-Dye said living room, dining room, eagles, bedroom, zebras, hallway bears. Oh, see, monkeys. You I probably think you're probably an animal healer too, and that could be part of it. That's why you have many monkey. Yeah, don't watch it. It scared the hell out of me. I think about it all the time. So something happens, and I'm like, oh my God, she said that. So I'm really hoping she just interpreted her dream wrong. Or like her premonition, like she got it right but wrong, not to the extreme like she's saying. Jody said, my spirit animal is a butterfly, but sloths bring me great comfort. When I was a kid, frogs were my friends and they would come to me. See, there's different things throughout your life that you needed at that moment. Once a monkey running around the house. Yeah. I think Stingray had a great idea of what we can do another time. That one I'll need a lot of information on, do a lot of work. So that one will take a couple weeks, which would be pretty cool considering we're almost at the end of the year anyways. So like I said, so say if I say, hey, Jules, long time no see, sweetheart. I miss you, honey. So say if I say, hey, let's do blah, 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 or you suggest something, or if you have one, send me information on it, you know? I can only look up so much stuff, and sometimes people find other things I can't find. You know, I'm like, my mom, like, where the hell did you find that? That's a good one, you know? Oh, I don't remember exactly, but I know I dreamt of her and her monkey was in my dream the other day. The dream was mostly about the monkey. So it was kind of more like, all right, I'll tell you this much. I don't remember it, So I remember that in a dream, though, the monkey did talk, but what the monkey said, I don't remember. Well, at least talked enough where I could like understand what he was saying. But basically, what he was saying was like she thinks of me as like a son, but he was more like claiming her as hers, you know, like, but no, she's mine. Like say, no, I love her. She is mine. It was kind of like that, but there was more to it, but I don't really remember. But it was a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I could see he was clingy too, because he thought of her as a possession. Like, no, she's mine. Oh, he would have said I loved you. Oh, I don't really remember. Like he was talking to me in a dream, but it was like monkey talking in a dream. Like he was communicating with me. Like if I had a dream about you and you talked to me in a dream, it was the same way, except for he was talking to me about you, because you were first saying in a dream how you loved him like your son, and he's like, no, like I love her, you know, like I love her, you know, and like clinging on. And I was like, oh, he is loving her, and she's like, oh, my son, and he's like, no, I love you, like kind of that, but it wasn't like that. I didn't sound creepy, but because I can't really explain what I mean by that, but it was his way of saying he loves you. Long story short. No, that has to be extremely difficult for her. Like she completely lost one of her children. Literally, that's what that is. I wish there was a way for all of us to record our dreams so we could record so that we can recall them. Oh, I know. With reminders sometimes and not always in full. Technology, do something about that. Yeah, right. Technology, do something about that so we can remember our dreams. Do you have any tips about fully opening up to your gifts? Why don't we do a class about a class, not a class. I teach enough classes. How about we actually I'm teaching a class about that next year. So how about we do that in the chat one night? Talk about that, okay? Meditation is 101 though. I would say that right off the bat, meditate. And then I would talk about meditation, and then I would talk about ways of opening up your third eye and aligning your chakras and all these different ways that help. So we can talk about that one day if you want. Like Caitlin, that they've already given you messages of different things. You just have to pay attention. I'll write it down. You guys got some great ideas. So would you, so Caitlin, if I did something like that, or you guys, so if I did something, a video on how to attune your psychic abilities, do you think it's something I should do live or just do a video and put it out there? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that is so sad, Lady Tie Dye. That is so sad. So y'all listen. Earth Angel. So for a while I've had my mom coming to me in my dreams telling me it's time to prepare. I wake up before she tells me what I'm to prepare for. That's weird. Do you have a big change coming in your life, like a move or anything like that, or something to do with another family member? It's up to you guys. It's really up to you guys. It's really up to you guys what you guys would like. I know this live was kind of short. Well, not us being live. We've been talking for a long time about different things, but talking about telekinesis itself. Literally, most of the stuff I was looking up is either people believed or I was really trying to hope I could find something of somebody showing whatever, but I didn't. But all I found was like people showing magic tricks. I really wasn't getting what I was looking for, but then again, I didn't take enough time to really dig in deep either. Beautiful people in a beautiful world. All right, Caitlin, how about if we did this? How about I do a short video on it, and then when we do a live, we can have like a bigger version of that. Does that make sense? And then it can be like questions and answers. Just after your first stream, you had results of your medical tests. Okay, so I don't know your circumstance or your story. So if your mom is telling you to prepare, that doesn't mean something's going to happen to you tomorrow. It could be 5-10 years down the road. Okay, it can be way down the road. But it really could be as so you're mentally prepared, or it could be that prepare financially for so for other family, for when it's time and other family members have to take care of it. It could be a few different things. Yeah, see, Caitlin, you already know. You just second guessed yourself, honey. That's scary. What was you don't have to tell us, but if you'd like to share, how were your results? Oh, he's a Marine now. Oh, nice, Kendra. Oh yeah, did you get to see him? You were gonna see him this weekend, right? I forgot about that. That's awesomeness. Oh, my mother, I didn't see it yet. She sent me saying Stingray and Garnet had good suggestions, so I'll look at those after. If I don't get a lot of suggestions, maybe I can do more than one live a week. Like do one in the morning and then one the normal Wednesday, but do one in the morning time too. I ended up coming on later, not only because I wasn't as well, but I came on a little bit later than I expected or planned on it. It was because I wasn't. I had a babysit today too for my 3-year-old grandbaby. She just turned 3, and boy, let me tell you, she is very active. She does not sit still. November 30th, you'll be with him. Okay, I knew he was coming up soon, but I didn't know if they had it or not. All right, so what I've gathered on research of telekinesis is that if you have an object such as a spoon, it bends, they accept there is a spoon. Oh, okay, I kind of get what you mean there, Jody. So for them to get like the spoon to bend, they don't have to, they can't really think of it as a physical object. Is that what you're saying? I don't think it's that they don't think there's no spoon, but they think of it as not a physical object. Like this is physical, I'm guessing. Spots were found on my lungs and enlarged lymph nodes. And in my follow-up scans, there has been changes. I go for the next one in January. So you don't know what those changes are yet? Please keep us updated, sweetheart. That is, I can't even imagine. That is scary. So not only are you worried about your results, and then you have a dream from your mama, that's scary. I do think that's a message. More spots and more nodes. Okay. So were the spots and nodes before benign? Is that what they were? I saw someone move a piece of paper on a table. It was on YouTube, so who knows? Really? Like I said, my friends, they said that to start off with a one-ply piece of paper towel, not a one-ply piece of toilet paper, and then slowly move up to like a piece of paper and then a pencil, easy things. Like literally, it's just showing me a couple of people on here, so I have to keep looking over here. Paper would be well. She said that her uncle said paper would be too hard at first. Need something lighter. That's why it's a one-ply piece of toilet paper. Which is funny that she said that to me because when I was learning how to cut, grooming to make sure you had a straight, even line, and make sure and to test how sharp your scissors were, you had to cut the one-ply piece of paper without it bending. A nice even cut going straight across. Go. I haven't tested them yet. Just kept track of the changes so far. Okay. Because a lot of times that it could be just benign and it's something they got to keep an eye on. You know what, Caitlin, I've been looking into learning more about automatic writing. And the reason why I say that is because, remember I said before, I second guess myself because of my anxiety. And then it dawned on me one day, say, if I'm going to go take a class or go to a lecture or anything, and some of it is because of my ADHD and I have really bad anxiety, so I doodle. I always doodle. You'll see scribbles on everything. All right, or the little trees or whatever it is. So I'm like, why don't I learn how to do automatic writing? And that'll probably would help me focus and help calm down my energy level a little bit. So that's funny that you said that, Caitlin. Okay, yeah, that makes sense there, Jody. Yep. She says, so yes, Iris, I have to believe that the spoon is a molecule and not a physical object. Absolutely. That makes sense. But how do you train your brain like that? Like you'd really have to do a lot of practice. I'm telling you, he's on my Facebook. I go see if he has any old videos of him doing that. Glenda, you're so tired. Usually up all night. Oh, Kendra, please get that checked. Oh, wait, what did Kendra say? Hold on. Oh, get it checked, Kendra. I need to get this checked. Did I see this? I don't know if you can see it really up close. If you see up close, I have a big round white circle. I've had it for years. They told me it's cancerous. They told me then they couldn't tell if it went through my lip or not. I'm pretty sure it did because now it's bubbled up and getting bigger. And then I got it. Feel little spots like here. But this one's really big and it's getting bigger. It's like, I don't know. It's bigger than this dot here. It goes right here. I'm trying to catch up on these. Follow Michael Sandler. I bought his course, but I don't follow through. That's my big problem, I guess. I need no more discipline. Same here, girl. I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to write that down, though. Michael Sandler. Michael, that name sounds familiar. I wonder if I think somebody told me that name before. Maybe even in here. I don't remember, but that name sounds familiar. Michael Sandler. Thank you, Caitlin. Catlin. Melanoma is no joke. Yeah, same, Catelyn. I'm not even kidding you. I have scroll brain. Like literally, I'll say, "Oh, I'll do blah blah blah." As soon as I walk away, I will not remember and I'll completely forget. I'm forgetful. I say all the time I'll do things. So when I tell people, "No, keep emailing me and hounding me," don't think you're bothering me. You're really not, because I plan on doing something and I forget. It's not because, whatever reason. I'm just forgetful. I am very forgetful. Have you ever tried those rods? No, but I did put it on my Amazon wish list. I did put some on my Amazon wish list. I did used to have rods, and I went to go look for them, and I couldn't find them. But I did put them on my Amazon wish list. And because we used to do them for paranormal investigations, so I know how to use them, but I never really use them for spirit work, if that makes sense. Yeah, Caitlin, exactly. Study a million different things to master none of them. Exactly. Oh, my mom bought me a deck of cards off my Amazon wish list. I'll show it to you guys before I get off. What did I do with the box? Oh, the box is right here. So this is the box. I already have this deck, okay? It came with a book and everything. So I already have this deck, and I know I have it. I mean, why would I order a deck if I already have it? This was my favorite deck for many years, and I used them so much doing readings throughout the years that I always had to buy new ones. So it was time for me to get a new set. That's why I had it on my Amazon wish list. So, so she got me this deck. So I'm all excited. It's one of my favorite decks. And it might be just because it's one of the first ones I got comfortable with reading. So I just stuck with it for all these years. But now I've been going to a bunch of other decks. The pictures are gorgeous. They are beautiful, beautiful. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So maybe we'll use these this week. We'll see. This is the thief card. Somebody's banned striker. All right. Oh, I can hold on. I can post it. If my Nightbot was doing what it was supposed to do, I probably should have posted. But no, he wants to keep advertising for tarot when we're not doing tarot. Hold on. Amazon. Let me see if this is it. We'll find out if this is right. If anybody wants to do tarot, so I tell people when I learn tarot that they can use any deck they feel comfortable with, but I really do prefer people start with the Rider-Waite deck. And I only say that it's because it's universal and most books are based on that deck. So most meetings, most things you learn are going to be based on that deck. Once you memorize those cards and you move on to another deck, you'll recognize the symbolism from the other one, so that makes the other ones easy to read. Oh, Monkey, I love that deck. I love, love, love that deck. You ever like a deck so much you're afraid to use it? That's the problem. It is, I have it right here. I have it on display. So if I do videos and you see the camera, it's facing right on this deck. So this is one of them. All right. Look at this deck, y'all. I know I showed it when I first got it. This is truly the most gorgeous deck. Most expensive one I've ever had. So I'm literally afraid to use it. That's no joke. Look at these pictures are amazing. Look at that. Gorgeous. The pictures on here are absolutely breathtaking. Look at this one. Beautiful. Oh my God, the artwork's beautiful. And then I got an oracle by them too. Listen, I'll tell you why I haven't read the oracle yet. That even though the picture, I have to read the book and study the book. That don't happen too much with Oracle. A lot of times it's self-explanatory, and then I use my intuition for the rest. But I have no idea what these cards mean. I mean, I could probably figure out a couple of them, so I really, 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 really have to study them. Yeah. Oh no, this deck is absolutely gorgeous. I leave it right here. This is the one that's always on display. I love it so much I haven't used it yet. You ever get something you like so much you don't want to use it? Like a favorite candle you never use because it's just so awesome. Yeah, that's how I am with that deck. And then wait, where's the Oracle one? It was literally right here because I was just looking at it. Actually, I was playing with it today. I think I actually put it away. So, come on, where is it? Like literally, oh, it's right here. Look at this one. This is Oracle by the same person. I have to study this Oracle deck though, but I definitely want to use it. These are another one. They're so pretty, so pretty, and it comes with a book, and it's big. They're big cards, but look at the artwork. The artist who does this is absolutely, truly the most talented person ever. Look at this. Oh, I love. Well, this one's self-explanatory. I know what that one is. That's fire sign, energy, power. That's magic. Okay. So, anyways, so that one was self-explanatory, but some of I really don't know, so I got to study them. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the artwork on here. It's truly the most beautiful decks, and I don't want to ruin them. Look at this. Oh. When I say I love, love, love it so much, it's like a fear to use it. That is a true story. Look at this. Gorgeous. She's beautiful. Beautiful. Look at. See what I mean? Like I really need to get it. I wouldn't know what that means just by looking at that picture. I mean, I can guess. I'd be completely winging it and going off intuition. So I want to get an idea what the author and study what the author intentions were in the deck. Oh, you're a fire sign? Oh, that's good. That means you're good. You're a fire sign. No wonder you do welding. Hello. That makes complete sense. But isn't this true? Oh, and it's autographed. Most beautiful deck ever. I'm not kidding you. Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. This one I do need to study a little bit more before I use. I truly, truly use. I've used that other deck I showed you. I have not used these yet, and that's really just because I have to set. I pull them out, play with them, and look at them all the time. That's why I said I know it's right next to me. I literally just was looking at them. But I need to study them more. Oh, you play with hula hoops with fire. Listen, I bought my baton wand because I wanted to buy spinning. Who am I kidding? I will burn my hair like I'm a moron. But I have a wand. What's a finger, like stick a finger hole in it, whatever, and it has the two ends. I think it's in with the craft stuff. I even bought the type of, I think I ended up giving it to somebody that was doing fire, that does fire, and I don't. But I bought the can of this type of fuel you're supposed to use and everything. Oh, that's right, Stingray. She's like, I'm an air sign, so without me, there's no fire. Exactly. I'm a water sign. I'll all y'all out. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh, Kendra, love you. Have a good night, sweetheart. A lot of fire signs in here, huh? I'm a water sign. My husband's a fire sign, too. All right, anyways. I guess we'll call it a night tonight. I've been on for a couple of hours. Hey, Stingray, blow me. I get it. She's an air sign. Monkey ass is like, I wish somebody light that fire under my ass, right? Yep, that's right. And without the air signs, there ain't nothing to burn. Ooh, your husband's planning on making Palo Santo bracelets. Awesome. Actually, I did have that on my wish list. And not only that, I had Palo Santo shavings, like wood shavings, instead of just a stick, because they don't stay lit for long. Oh, awesome. I have a Cancer. My husband's a Leo. And then my children are Scorpio, and Aries, Libra, and a Sagittarius. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. No, well, I should know. All right, anyways, I'll let you guys. I can just sit in here yip yapping all night. But I'll let you guys go. I'm lying about Rob's. You're funny. Listen, y'all, I almost just picked this up and took a sip of this. Yep, this is one of the candles that I made for chakras. I made it during the class I was teaching. Remember I told you I was making the squares? Can you guys see the squares in here? So you get the square chunks, but they're made of soy. Okay, so I make a bunch of soy chunks. And then we added paraffin on it for the balance for the stuff here. So anyway, so that's why I was making the chunks. It's so we can use it in jar or a mold. But we did different color ones. Oh, monkey ass. Thank you. You're the best, sweetheart. You are the best. Thank you, honey. It reminds me. Oh, monkey ass. I owe this to monkey ass. So this will be hers. Well, this is her second one. She's seen her first one. But this is the piece I made for her. It's beautiful. Well, I still got to antique it and polish it and everything. So it's not completely done. But it's right here. Right next to Kendra's piece. Kendra's piece is right here. Yeah, so monkey ass, all I got to do is just antique it. But I have to finish. I'm finishing another piece for somebody. So if I can finish that tonight, I plan on mailing them out tomorrow if I can polish them in time. So if it won't be mailed out tomorrow, it'll definitely be Friday, but I'll send you the tracking number. Rhonda's like, find her on Sunday. Rhonda knows I forget, man. I am. I don't use it as an excuse. It totally like, oh shit. If I want to bring something in the house, this is bad. If I go anywhere and I want to bring something in the house, if I'm driving, I have to have it in the front. I can't put it in the back seat. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a gallon of milk. It could be dinner. As soon as I hit my driveway, I don't know. I get out of my car and go upstairs. I do not grab whatever is in my back seat. And I get mad because I forget drinks in there. I forget food. And then I go back. What the hell is that smell? Oh my God, I forgot blah, blah, blah in the car. I am forgetful. It's part of ADHD. It is. I can't help it. And actually, I saw this thing around. I almost tagged you in it, actually. It said, I wish I remember what it said. It says something about if you don't hear from a friend for a long time, if they have ADHD, don't think they're not thinking about you, because they are. So it's just that their brain, if they don't see the person physically in front of them, it's not their fault. Like they're not going to reach out. Like it's out of sight, out of mind. Like there's nothing you can do about it. But it's not like they're not thinking about them in their mind, if that makes sense. Yeah, I do it all the time. I am truly the most forgetful person ever. I am. even if I go to mail out packages, you know how many times I've done this, and this is embarrassing. I go to mail out packages and I put them in my car. I have to leave them in the front where I can them, or I will forget to go to the post office, and those packages will sit there if they're not in front of me. I really wish that sometimes I'm like, should I go back to the doctor and ask them to put me on ADD meds so my brain will function? Oh, Ron's like, yeah, like our reading date. You have to write sticky notes. Yeah, no, same. That's why I always tell everybody, if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. But then the thing is, so say if I put it on a fridge and then I'm always putting on a fridge, then I get so used to it being on the fridge that I don't notice it anymore. Does that make sense? Like you walk by it. I do. I have to write notes, but I have to keep them in front of me where I see them. Like I can't write it in like a calendar and then stick the calendar in my pocketbook, because then it's out of sight, out of mind. It has to be in my. What's a TBI? Oh, you did? Thank you, Lady Tie Dye. Let me see if I got a notice. Did you say you did do it? I know you did. Oh, you already did. You sent me $5 yesterday, sweetheart. Or maybe I didn't see it. I don't have my glasses on. I try not to wear my glasses, even though I do. I really can't see for shit. Ladies Tie Dye's a sweetheart too. She always sends me $5 on Cash App. Listen, I'll show you. I don't think she'll mind because she knows. Listen, without opening up my Cash App. Well, I could open up my Cash App, but anytime I get a Cash App, it sends it to my phone. So, like, listen, these are my Cash Apps. It's every week, where every time Diane sees me, she always sends me $5. So yesterday I got $5. Wednesday the 9th, the 8th, the 3rd, October 31st. Then somebody else sent me something on the 27th, and she did on the 27th. You know what I'm saying? Like almost all my Cash Apps. She's the one that sends me Cash Apps. Always $5. It's awesome. And I save them up. That's how I save the chair. So other people send me like $10 or $15 and stuff here and there. I've gotten $20 before, I think. Maybe 25. I don't remember my Cash App. But anyways, so but I don't get it every week. So all that bit adds up. That's why I kept saying I'm saving up to get a chair. That's why it took months. Because I was literally saving up to get a chair from my Cash App money. So it took a little bit of time. I know. I am spoiled. You guys are awesome. You guys treat me wonderful. I hope you didn't mind I shared that, Lady Tie Dye. I just think it's funny because if I go through Cash Apps, it's Lady Tie Dye, Lady Tie Dye, Lady Tie Dye, Lady Tie Dye. I think the one I got, the last person sent me a Cash App was Glenda. Was Glenda. So whatever Glenda did was a week, 2 weeks ago or something. That's why I'm saying it's funny. So if you see it, it's like Lady Tie Dye, Lady Tie Dye, Lady Tie Dye, Lady Tie Dye. I thought it was funny one day and I wanted to show you. And I was like, no, she's going to think I'm crazy and silly. Because I giggle. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's funny because it's just all your name. I'm like, oh, she loves me. She loves me. She did it one time. Whenever I'm live, she usually does it. So, but one time I wasn't live and she sent it to me and I'm like, why did she send me $5? Like I wasn't even live. I mean, I was live, but she wasn't there. Unless I just didn't notice and didn't say hi to her. Yes, yeah. Oh, you guys are sweet. I do. I do save it. And I did. I saved it to get this chair. Oh, there's a couple times. I would have a chair before, actually. But there was times like when my husband had COVID and stuff, the money I was trying to save up, we ended up having to use it for bills, like our car insurance, stuff like that. You know, so there's a few times I had to use it for other things. So I'm pretty good about saving my money. Out of sight, out of mind. I do. I know a couple of y'all asked me about getting a Venmo, but I don't know how to share it. I did download a Venmo, but I don't know how to share it. Yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys have been supporting me for a long time, and I really do appreciate it. So when you guys, because you guys are regulars, all you guys, like even Stingray, all you guys I see all the time, and that are always here. When you guys aren't here one week, I'm like, I hope they're okay. I think that all the time, so I might not say it. I mean, I joke because I haven't seen Baby Shark in a while. We're like, where's Baby Shark? But like you guys are consistently always here. So when you're not here, I'm like, oh, you know, like where's Kendra? Where's Monkey Ass? Where's Glenda? Where's Lady Tie Dye? Well, Lady Tie Dye on Tuesdays, I say, oh, I got Tie Dye written down, but I know she's gonna come later because I'm sure she's sleeping right now. That's what I usually say. So I know at some point she'll show up. You just show your core code to share. Duh. I don't know what that means. Your code. You can't show your code on here, Rob, on YouTube. I refuse to give to scammers. I've got caught in the couple a few times. Never again. No, don't do it. Don't monkey ass. And I even said that in your readings, like, you know, but you're very generous. Just make sure you don't screw yourself over, you know. Don't ever make yourself be short. Yeah, Rhonda, right. It's past your bedtime, mister. Yeah, I know. I go to bed between 12 and 1, so that's not too bad, right? Sometimes 2. And then I don't like, I'm going to notice I'm sleeping later and later because I'm not working and I don't like it because I feel like by the time I wake up, I've wasted half the day. Yeah, Monkey, you're a sweetheart. You are you are a sweetheart. That's why I say you're my favorite ass. Yeah, just don't do it if they take it for granted, you know, or if they expect it, then something needs that needs to stop. Don't let anybody ever take advantage of you. I know monkey ass stays up late too, right? Don't you stay up late, monkey ass? So I think YouTube's going to finally let me. You had to make a certain criteria to get paid. And just before I went live, I mean, not that's any y'all's business, but I was kind of excited. Just before I went live, I wanted to make sure I put it on like subscriber mode for 5 minutes and stuff. And I had a thing going up across the top of the screen saying something about if I want to get paid, I got to make sure I do my information or something. But I tried to do a tax because you have to fill out a tax form, a W-9, but it got rejected, and I don't understand why. But so I'm going to try it again. It says something about having to confirm who I am. So I'm kind of excited. So maybe I can finally get the ball rolling. I'm excited. So I think I'm not going to tell you how much I am. You had to make $100 minimum. That's what I'm telling you. That's why they're like, sometimes I hear, because I guess I want to figure out where it is too. There is a website. So if you don't know what it is, let me know. There's a website that lets you check like your stats and stuff. Like people can look up how much you make or how many subscribers you have or how many members you have, something. I don't know. So I tried to look that up to see what it is, to see what it says under mine. I was kind of curious. Lady Tie-Dye, if you travel, come to Connecticut. No, don't come to Connecticut. Tell me where you're going to be, and I'll go to you because I want to travel. Somewhere warm. We can meet in the middle somewhere. You're coming from California, right? California and Connecticut, like complete opposite ends of the country. We can meet somewhere right in the middle. Social Blade, is that what it's called? I'm going to write that down. Social Blade. All right, cool. I'm going to look at that. Party break. Oh, so you already have friends in Mass and New Hampshire. So you basically going to be going right by me. You're going to have to stop and say hi. I have a bunch of family that lives in Massachusetts. A lot of my husband's family live in Mass. Lucky ass is like, shoot, I'd sleep on a beach. Yeah, right. Listen, when I go traveling, I don't mind. I'll sleep right in my car. I just pull over in a rest area where there's lots of lights. So if somebody tries to do anything to me and there's video evidence, they can see who it is. So I make sure I park right underneath lights. Oh, you have family Pittsburgh too, so you can travel right up the coast. See, you go to Philly, to Connecticut, to Mass, to New Hampshire. See, it's all boop, 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 boop. Wouldn't it be cool if one day we can all just get together and just have a big old, I don't know, go camping, have a picnic. I'm a wannabe country girl. I like camping. I'm getting old now, so I wouldn't mind a camper going camping, but I can tent it for a couple more years anyways. But now when I tent it, I gotta have one of those blow-up mattresses. They got them now that are like a couple feet high. It's like 2 feet, so you don't have to get all the way down. I don't get up as easy as I used to. So they got them really high now. That's the kind my mother got, and they're not as squishy. They're nice and stiff. So actually, I think it's more comfortable than my bed. But they're stiffer and they're easier to get in and out of. You don't really have to bend as far. I have a Ford Explorer, so I can be able to sleep in it. Yep, see? And I have big plans and dreams. I want a minivan really bad. I love camping. Yeah, they got the minivans now where before my daughter totaled it, but the minivan I had, well, I use it for vending and stuff too. And now I got a little Nissan. It's not big enough. But the seats would fold right into the floor. I loved it. So if I was vending, just fold the seats right into the floor, fit all my stuff in there. When we traveled to when we went down south with the kids, we took out the seat in the middle. So then that way, and they still have the back seat in the front where my husband sat, and all the front was open. So they still slept and everything on the floor, and we just reclined back and slept in the front seat. Used to blow up a beauty rest after your back surgery? Is that one of those the big foamy ones? I'm gonna have to look it up to see exactly what you're talking about. Oh, wait, that's right, Monkey asked. You might have to go for shots, right, for your back? Oh, that'd be cool. I want to sleep with hybrid so I can sleep with the power on and the motor off. Oh, that would be good. And I would think, would you have to pull over more to recharge it? It definitely would be cheaper. Coming across the country might take a tad bit longer. The airbeds, yeah, that's what I was talking about. They're really the ones that we got. Monkey asked for camping. I think it was more comfortable actually than my bed, and it's like a couple feet up off the floor. It's so high, and it's comfortable but stiff at the same time, and they're easy to get in and out of. They're nice and firm and stiff. Is that what you're talking about, like that? That's what we use for camping. Oh, okay, I get it, Lady Tie Dye. All right. I get it. Yeah, I think Monkey Ass is getting shots in her back. And if that doesn't work, right? Just waiting for the answer. And if that doesn't work, then you have to have surgery. Oh, the motor comes on periodically to charge your batteries. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know. I know a couple people that have them, but I'm not really close to them, so I don't really know how it works. That's very cool. No, and if you decide to travel cross country, I think my aunt knows the website. There's a website for people who travel the country, and they let you know what places that you're allowed to park for free. If you have like a camper or anything, like or a van or whatever, like Walmart parking lot. I know a lot of Walmarts, they allow travelers to park in their parking lot for free to stay for the night. But they also list like campsites and other places, camp areas, stuff that'll let you park for a small fee or free. Yeah, that's right. So it's good if you have pets. Absolutely. No, I'm going to get that spinal stimulation battery pack in as a remote control. Oh, that's right. Like a TENS unit. That's right. That's right. My mother had a TENS unit, except I wasn't in her, but are you getting it? You're getting it in you, right? Is it surgically put in you? I'm really naive, so I really don't know. Glenda, we were kind of talking about traveling the country and Monkey's back. I was asking Monkey about her back. And we're talking about traveling. How Lady Tie Dye says she's going to travel the country. So you'll have to put your state on the list, Glenda. She's going to have to make lots of stops. I forgot where. I remember where Diane is. I don't remember the rest of y'all are. I know it's nowhere near me. Surgery is cut from the back under neck to tailbone to fuse, which I won't be able to twist or turn and bend or pick up things, but no way. I'm bored with that. Yeah, I get it, honey. Okay, they're going to spine with wires. Yeah, that's a better option, you know. I think we all need a vacation, seriously. My goal was to go camping this year, and I never made it. Never, ever made it. Monkey, when you go in to do that, make sure you keep us posted and let us know so we can give you lots of prayers. Yeah, so please let us know. That's kind of scary. I remember one of my husband's first back surgeries, he's really nervous about it. And thank God the doctor was really cool and sat down and talked to me. He was like, listen, technology is a lot better than it used to be. He said nowadays they have machines to let you know where all the nerves are, so it's a better chance of not ever going near a nerve because they got machines. So that made it, he explained it better than what I just said, but it made us feel a lot better because that was really a concern of my husband's. Oh yeah, we should meet in Vegas sometime. It's cheaper to fly there. All us cool kids. Yeah, that would be great. I've always wanted to go to Vegas. My stepbrother who I've never met lives in Vegas, and my mother's gone there a couple of times. My mother, her first and only tattoo she got a few years ago, just a couple years ago, of a ghost, because we used to go ghost hunting. She got a ghost right here. She's like, what happens? I don't know. She said something about Vegas, and then what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Oh, they test it with you on the outside before they put it in. Oh, Glenn, yeah, Monkey asked, when's your appointment? You kind of sound like me, like you don't always follow through to your appointments. It's kind of what it sounded, what I heard in conversation. I can't judge, but that's really important. Y'all, I'm going to tell you a secret. You guys know, like I'm not shy. I tell you guys, I have a lot of medical problems. I've been on my meds for a very long time. I haven't seen a doctor. Very long time. Longer than I should admit. So I need to call the doctor myself. But I'm always lecturing people. That's important. You got to make sure. But people don't always like, yeah, and when's the last time you went to the doctor? I'm like, before COVID. I haven't gone since COVID. Well, my doctor still takes me. So I've been without my meds for a very long time. And it's not good. That's probably why I'm getting worse. I know, you get burnt out. You get burnt out. I understand. I would tell them then, like, pick a days like you refuse to do it. Like Fridays. I'm not doing any appointments on Fridays. I'm busy on Fridays or whatever it is. Or just do them on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays or Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. So then that way, at least you know, like those days are dedicated to it, so it's not spread out so much. Sound like me, I swear. I'll get on people's case and I still have a paperwork on my fridge from almost a year. Yeah, right. Yep. I get it. So listen, the last time, I don't think that's a couple months ago, was I? No, I don't think I was. I was last year, but not a couple months ago. So anyways, they gave me medicine for blood pressure. I told them I haven't been to the doctors and stuff. So the ER gave me blood pressure medicine with a prescription to last me a couple of months to make sure I had enough to make an appointment. He said, this will last you 2.5 months. And he even said, split them in half if it ends up taking 3 months to get in. I'm pretty sure I passed that. Oh, that's good. The thing is, because my blood pressure's high, I get TIAs, and I try to hide them from my family. when they happen. So they don't always know. It happened at church a couple weeks ago. One time last year, I taught a class, having one. I don't even know how I taught the class. I don't remember what I said, but I finished the class. It was absolute hell. Left, and then went to the hospital, left the class, went straight back to my town I live in, went to the hospital, and ended up spending 2 nights. Still didn't make an appointment. I'm bad. Yeah, I know. I get them a lot. That's why you can see my smile is crooked. They say there's no reason. They don't understand. They keep saying you got to go see a doctor and get more tests done because they can't find out why. They don't know why. They don't know. Because I've had my heart and stuff tested. They said that's fine, but they said I should go see a cardiologist. I don't know. But then again, I haven't gone in a few years, so who knows? I had a stroke once when I had my youngest daughter. It was from too much Pitocin. And then the doctor was pissed when I went back to the doctor, not pediatrician, when I went back to my OB and I told her what happened when I had the baby. And she's like, oh, you should have said something when it happened because it's too late now. My whole side of my face went numb and everything. My whole face drooped and just said it was too late to say anything. So she never told nobody. So it sounded like she never even charted it because when I went back for my 6-week checkup, I told my doctor and he was like, what? He was pissed. And she just said, oh, that's from you getting too much Pitocin, and never said a word when my whole side of my body and my face was numb. It was hell. I thought there was something seriously wrong. And she's like, it's too late. You didn't say anything quick enough. You need a robotic from the waist down. Yeah, right? You're on the experimental drug your cardiologist came up with. Blood work every week to check the levels. Experimental. That sounds kind of scary. Holy shit. You must have a pretty damn good doctor then. As far as I know, I think the only thing wrong with my heart is that there's a heart murmur. That's it. I haven't had it checked in many years, though, so I couldn't tell you. And you know how I said I have that thing of skin cancer here that I didn't get taken care of? You know how many years ago I was supposed to get it taken care of? It was probably 10 years ago. It's a slow growing one. I mean, it's definitely gotten a lot bigger because it used to be a little dot. But it's been probably like 10 years. I'm telling you, I'm bad. I talk a lot of shit, and I don't do anything. Oh, he writes books and lectures. You're very lucky. Oh, Glenna, I'm so glad you're in good hands. That is a blessing. Oh, thank you, Di Di. Have a beautiful night, sweetheart. I love you. Yeah, so anyways, I think it's just basically us on here talking anyways. I just told you all way too much about myself. So I hope you guys have a beautiful night. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you guys come here tomorrow for your oracle readings. Have a beautiful night, everybody. I know you keep seeing me like this. It's because I'm looking at my tablet. My tablet I always forget to charge. So have a great night, you guys. I love you all.